Hi, Grace Church. This is Pastor Tim with a video update. There's so much happening at Grace this fall. This past Sunday morning, our Grace Kids ministry kicked off a new season. Last week, our Little Light of Mine ministry began a new season with preschool children. Last evening, our student ministry had their fall kickoff. Our women's ministry is kicking off a new Bible study series in the book of James next week on Tuesday and Wednesday. Our men's ministry is engaged and prepared to connect in a number of ways with men this fall. There's a men's Bible study coming up this Saturday morning, facilitated by Dean Mullins. Our life groups are meeting again. There's just so much that's going on in the life of the church. On Sunday mornings this fall, we are in a new series in the Sermon on the Mount that we've titled Radically Distinctive. It's hard-hitting teaching from Jesus that is so valuable about life in the kingdom of God. And this Sunday morning, we'll be looking at another section in Matthew 5, verses 21 to 32, where Jesus really puts focus on the value of inward surrender to Him that leads to an outward kind of obedience. I hope you can be with us this Sunday morning for a message that I've titled Distinctive Source from Matthew 5, 21 to 32. And as many of you know, during this fall, in this Sermon on the Mount series, our life groups are aligned, and the teaching theme on Sunday mornings is the same teaching theme as we're having in each of our life groups during the week. We want this to be a really meaningful time for the church family. We also want you to know that we are in a significant season of some transition at Grace. For some time, it has been on the minds of leaders. It's certainly been on my mind from the time that I began at Grace Church as full-time lead pastor in early March of 2020. Succession was a part of the charge that was given to me. And in the last 2 years, there's been an acceleration of thought about succession, and in the last 6 months, it has accelerated even further. This past Sunday, following the morning worship, there was an informational meeting where a larger team composed of the Grace Church elders and an advisory team of 4 members from the congregation brought a report and made a recommendation that we consider Jordan Pardee, Pastor Jordan Pardee, to become the next lead pastor here at Grace Church. Now, at this point, the whole of the congregation has an opportunity to be involved in that process. Starting a week from tonight, there is going to be a candidate weekend. Next Thursday night, September 21st, there's going to be a question and answer time in this room. I'm in the auditorium right now of Grace Church, and there's going to be a chance for people in the church family to ask questions of Pastor Jordan related to ministry, related to family, related to theology. People will have an opportunity to ask questions of Jordan next Thursday night. And then the following day, on Friday, during the noon hour, there's going to be a similar opportunity. It's going to be probably far more informal, but it's going to be out in the lobby near the fireplace, a chance for people to come and interact with Jordan in a question and answer time. On Saturday morning of next week, on the 23rd of September, people would have an opportunity to meet with the advisory team to ask questions of the elders and advisory team about the process that we went through in evaluating and vetting Jordan over the past 5 to 6 months. It was a pretty thorough process. And you could have a chance to ask questions about that. Then on Sunday morning, the 24th, Pastor Jordan is going to be preaching in the morning worship. It's going to be followed by a potluck, a cooperative buffet in the church gym where people can bring food items for that time. We look forward to next Sunday very, very much, September the 24th. Then on the 25th of September, there would be another opportunity for people from the church to get together with the advisory team to ask questions about the whole process. Any questions that people might have of the elders and the advisory team together, that would be on on September the 25th, on the Monday. Then 2 weeks later, on Sunday, October the 8th, following the morning worship, there'll be a special business meeting at which time the members of the church would vote on the recommendation regarding Pastor Jordan becoming the next lead pastor of the church. Here's what I want to ask of you all at Grace Church. Would you be praying that the Lord would be meaningfully working and moving over these next several weeks, that good questions would be asked, that good responses, respectful responses would be shared to those questions? Would you be praying with us that the Lord would superintend this whole process? We're in a pivotal moment in the life of Grace Church, and we just want to be praying together about this. There are going to be more details. There are going to be copies of that specific candidate schedule that are going to be at the Welcome Center this Sunday. They are also going out, those details regarding Candidate Weekend, in a letter from me to the church tomorrow. You should receive it on Friday digitally. Others may receive that by snail mail on Friday or Saturday. But be looking for that. There's also a digital bulletin that's going to be going out. Lots of information about things going on at Grace Church, but there is also going to be in the digital bulletin an opportunity to see this Candidate Weekend schedule. So this has been a longer than normal update video, but there's just so much going on and so much of significant importance and priority to our life together at Grace Church. Well, blessings on you. You're very loved, Grace Church. I look forward to seeing you soon.